for those people that want to bring about subtle, powerful changes that I haven't verified yet, quite honestly. I think there's definitely something to it, looking at that is Orgone technology. Dr. Wilhelm Reich, or Reich, a lot of Westerners call him, R-E-I-C-H, I'm pretty sure. And Dr. James DeMayo at orgonelab.org. Then you've also got the youtube.com/CTbusters. They have been gifting towers, you know, like if you get onto educate-yourself.org and have a look at chemtrails and mind control, especially mind control, you'll see that the Illuminati's plan was to use these cell phone towers, satellites, in order to do mind control. And Dr. Fred Bell has even talked about it. He thinks his technology can help. He's a different form of, well, I think he actually incorporates Orgone technology, but you've also got, he's at pyridine.com, but you've also got what are they called? What is that? Educate-yourself.org is where Don Croft has, and even shows on CT Busters channel, one of my favourites, them going and gifting, especially around military facilities. They like to get these negative orgone with Orgone Energy, which is life force, going, and around certain vortexes around the planet. So what we can actually do to help is, you know, change these back. So if you watch, if you start off, I would go and watch that, the Don and Carol Croft's YouTubes on the channel CT Busters. They're good. Then go and listen to Dr. James DeMayo talk about the science of Orgone on lauralee.com. Just go to Audio Archives, or Audio On Demand, I think it's called, and then just do a search for Orgone or DeMayo, Dr. James DeMayo, and there's about 8 shows there. Now, he thinks also the origins of violence come from, he's come up with a whole book, Saharasia, which his theory is that it seems to come from this place, Saharasia, like around the Sahara and the maybe in the Middle East, I think, where there seems to be this, from what I understand, from what I've gotten from his shows, I might be wrong, is this negative life force. So what you can do to bring balance to that, I really push trying to do it responsibly, and Dr. James DeMayo seems to be really trying to do that, so I would definitely get you to try and look at his stuff on how to do it. There's actually like a group for trying to do it responsibly. He doesn't seem to think much about Don Croft, and he doesn't seem to even believe in chemtrails, which is, I mean, for a guy who's been doing cloud busting, looks up in the sky and has had, if you have a look in his book, Heretics Notebook, which you can get off of Amazon.com or even go to orgonelabs.org and get from him direct. That's where you can also get Saharasia, because you won't get it from Amazon.com, I'm pretty sure. Or, well, I couldn't get it here in Australia. So, anyway, and his other book, how to Orgone Accumulator, or how to build an Orgone Accumulator, that's quite interesting, very good. Tells you more about the science and so forth. And the statistical science that he used on the Cloudbuster is in the scientific papers, what seem to be scientific papers in Heretics Notebook. It's using p-values, you know, the probability of this rain occurring was like 4 in 1,000 or 1.4 in 1,000. The probability that the rain occurred in the way that it happened, according to previous data, was using statistical methods. Okay. And then you'll also find similar statistics which really seems to prove it. I mean, that's where I believe real science is. The scientific method is you should use statistics. You should be able to show it using statistics, numbers, that it hasn't just happened by chance. That's also what's been used for the Global Consciousness Project with the eggs. Dr. Dean Radin gets into. I mean, how, you know, using these random number generators, which is what the eggs really means. It stands for something, eggs. But anyway, that's another subject I'm pretty sure I've gotten into probably on other videos. But trying to stay with what I was on about, the Orgone, what you can do to help. There seems to be, with the CT Busters channel, they show gifting of towers using tower busters. I've come up with one it's my first attempt, it's not very good. I mean, using resin and metal shavings. I mean, just go and get polyester resin. Polyester resin you can get from like any hardware store, and you've got to get the hardener with it, which seems to be methyl ethyl ketone peroxide. I don't know if you can see that. Get your little measuring cup. Just watch everything you can. I don't do the searches on YouTube to see how to make it. Actually, the CT Busters show you pretty well. If not, just buy it from them. CT Busters seem to have their own website where they, I mean, this is supposed to be an Orgone generator. Convert negative life force into positive life force. Now, I don't know that it does that yet. There are devices, if anyone knows how to measure this, I've got my own theories on devices that will help measure this. There's Burryl.com, BURYL.com, I'm pretty sure it is. He was on in Nexus recently showing a device, it was basically a pyramid like this. This is Dr. Fred Bell's pyramid to wear on your head. But anyway, it was a pyramid like this, and it had little rings around the bottom of it, maybe some sort of magnets. And with our biofield or aura, it's a weak electromagnetic field, which Greg Braden and I don't know if Dean Radin gets into, but Greg Braden talks about it. Now with that, especially on his Coast to Coast, I think January 2007, I think it was. I'll try and put that one up. he gets into how we actually generate a weak electromagnetic, well, on both different axes. The magnetic field is on one axis, and the electrical field is on a different axis. And there's other methods for detection that I'm thinking about, such as on orgonelab.org, the life force meter. I'd love to get one of them, but I'm looking at $500. This burrell.com seems like a cheaper, like less than $100. I could probably get it and measure the life force. There's also kinesiology, muscle testing, which we also learnt in theatre healing. Anybody else got some ideas? Anyway, that's it. YouTube.com/thankyouwhite knights for more.